Hey Tomcat, we're back today for another episode. Today we're talking about black stereotypes, the good and the bad. So I like to bring out that question to you guys. What are some black stereotypes you know of, and do you agree with them, or do you think that they're out of place?
One stereotype that I feel like I've seen through the black community is, well, not created by us, but I've seen people associate us. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it. The angry, black girl stereotype or angry, black guy stereotype. I remember when I was reading about a lot of the controversy behind Beyonce's formation and everything, just as we talked about in the last episode, people automatically associate us with, I feel like when we speak out about certain things or when we have a moment of power and everything, it's automatically associated with, they associate it with that black angry stereotype, which, I mean, I can see how it's been built up in, the media and films and different, in different movies and everything, but it frustrates me at sometimes because I know when I'm not necessarily in an argument or when I'm stating a point and everything, I do almost fear that I'm going to be associated with just being another angry black girl and my point won't really be spread across.
I understand that because when they see on the news that a black man shot someone or shot their own race, it's really, it's something. It's like a big, controversy about, oh my God, he shot his own race. But when it comes to a white man shooting, going crazy and shooting up a whole school, there's something wrong. No, there's nothing wrong, actually, because I remember in the news one time, they let this person go. He shot up a whole school, but he killed himself. But, I mean, he shot up a whole school, and they kind of basically let him go free. But if a black man just shoots one person, it's a big deal. He goes to court for it. They go to other states for courts and stuff like that. And I just feel like people take black people as we're, juveniles and we're the most angriest people in the world, but it's okay for other race to shoot someone or multiple people and they get away with it scot-free, and I really do not like that.
I agree. I notice a lot on news shows every once in a while. Unfortunately, there's always a story about mass shootings or something, and often I notice if it involves African American, the picture that they put up on the news is very of all the pictures they could pick, they pick ones that are the one bad picture they took. But then when, for example, a Caucasian person does a crime, they pick a nice picture, like a school photo or something. And I noticed that a lot. And I didn't really start noticing it until recently when someone pointed it out to me. And I was like, wow, you're right. Often news places, certain channels, they just pick the worst picture that there is to make this person be portrayed the worst possible way, I feel.
To go along with what you've said, if you think about what's with the pictures and everything, naturally when you go up the ranks and you go up the scale, when you get to the big and corporate areas where the CEO and the president are, most of the people who run news shows and news businesses are old Caucasian white people who feel and think about these stereotypes and think these stereotypes are true and think everything about an African American is true. So going through there, that's where it starts from, and then it trickles down, getting all the way down to the news that we see today. And that's the reason why I feel that a lot of those things are happening when it comes to those things. They're gonna sit there and they're gonna say, when it comes to a mass murder or a mass crime or a crime in general, they're gonna sit there and they're probably gonna say, oh, if it's a white person who shot up a whole entire school, oh, there's something wrong with them. We have to send them to it has to be a mental thing. There's something wrong with them.
The minute that a black person does it, there's this automatic, almost like a stigma. We're automatically associated with violence and crime and just how Max said, anger and everything. But if it was someone not of color doing this, then they wouldn't have that automatic association. And the thought of that kind of just baffles me.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. A lot of news stories, it'll be so if it was Caucasian members, oh, they were a great member of their community, always helped out, none of their neighbors thought they'd do anything wrong. But when it's an African American person, it's oh, they were associated with gangs or drugs or violence or something.
Well, most of it wasn't even true.
When it's not.
So thank you for watching this episode of Tomcat Talk. We'll come at you next time. Again, just hope you enjoyed. There will be links and everything in the description.
See you guys.